is a really big box. I don't know if you guys know this. Welcome back to another episode of In the Kitchen with Shoky. In the kitchen today, we have a gigantic box. I don't think you can tell who it's from. Or maybe you can. Also, I need to spin this around because my address is like right there. So, pause this. Okay, so before we get to this giant box, also I had to go get my knife. I do have a couple things that I have not shown off since getting back from vacation. So when I went up to Maryland, I met with a couple of my co-hosts from the Now You Made It Awkward podcast. This thing right here. By all means, go subscribe. If you want to hear us talk about nerdy things, such as TV shows, movies, action figures, like these things. But we also talk about lifestyle stuff, pop culture things, and occasionally pop culture politics as it goes. But I wanted to show off just a couple small things, in this case, a really small thing. So we're going to have to zoom in here. So Dormammu, knowing my previous affinity for Gundams, gave me one of his old desk mascots, one of his work mascot friends here. It's an old ass Wing Gundam figure, and it's all made of soft plastic. I don't know if he panel-lined it or if it came that way, but it is heavily panel-lined. It is an original wing. I mean, even the V-fin is super flimsy. It is missing the shield, so that part sucks. It does look like it may have had swap-out hands at some point. I could be wrong. But it is an older figure. It even has some holes in the bottom of the feet. But it is what it is. Oop, my microphone is just dancing all over the place here. Also, from Ricky, my other co-host, I did a trade with him, and I ended up with this. Once again, I'll have to zoom in, but it is actually the metallic version of Planet X's version of Prime from Fall of Cybertron. And I don't know if it's technically broken, but this little knee pad here popped off the other day, and it looked broken, but it might not be. I might do an actual video comparison of this versus the standard version, because this one's pretty. It is what it is. We'll call it a review, but we'll see. I'll do that. I did not do an out the box for this one because I actually opened it in Maryland, so it would have been unfair to pretend that I had not seen it first. But it is very, very pretty, but it still suffers from some of the same issues that the original Planet X version did, but it is very, very cool. I do also have some new comics, but I've already set those aside. So I do get a lot of things. In fact, later on today, I should be getting a package from Amazon. And if that comes in a reasonable time, I will add that to this video, probably right here. So it's later today, and well, for continuity's sake, I made sure that literally nothing is where it was, because it's legitimately about 7 hours later. Finally got the box in question, and it is from Amazon. And this is something I've waited a long time to get. Apologies for the noise. I don't have my microphone on right now. And I played the waiting game. Sometimes you can play the waiting game and you can get what you want. Now I say that having not opened this yet. So, a few months ago, I saw this for sale on Amazon at an extraordinary price. And I mean, very, very large price. And then from there, well, I almost bought it, and then it reduced in price after going away entirely, but it's still a high price. So once again, I almost bought it. I've talked about it on the podcast, the Now You Made It Awkward podcast. And then this weekend, I checked again, because it's just saved in my want list basically on Amazon. I checked it, It was there for the lowest price I've seen. And I said, screw it, I'm not getting any lower than that. So I went ahead and got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Volume 1, Year 1 hardcover. This thing right here, so hard to get. So I have the Volume 2, or the Year 2 as they call it, I guess. The one with the Red Ranger on it. I've already read through that for the most part, because that was kind of where I picked up. This is the early days of the Power Rangers comics, of the boom, I should say, because they had comics back in the day. Ooh, careful, looking nice. I'm very much happy to have this. Honestly, wasn't sure I'd get it. At least not for like less than a couple $100. You know, I got it for a reasonable price. Pretty comparable to the other ones I've bought, and I really do love the hardcover collections, even to the point there's another one coming tomorrow, which I'm also excited for, because I think I missed almost that entire run of comics. So yeah, to get that would be great. My biggest worry is that this would come like all beat up and crappy, and you know, I don't even know the name of the store I technically got it from, because it didn't come from Amazon Direct. It came from whatever particular seller. And it's in good shape. They packed it pretty well. And I was really worried because so many of these quote-unquote rare books, it's not super rare, but it is highly sought after. People don't have them. They sell them, hope, and then never send them, or they never existed, or they'll have 2 copies and they'll sell it a million times. It does suck that there's a sticker right here across the back, so I don't know if I can get that off effectively. I can try. Spine feels okay. A little weird, but it feels okay. Oh man. Yeah. Oh. And see, I read through, I had a good bit of these from the very first run. Didn't have them all, but I had quite a few of them. And this one ends with, well, not the silly comics, because I always have the weird little silly, like Bulk and Skull comics in here too. It is quite funny. This one ends with, forget where. Actually, you know what? I might not have ever seen specifically where this one ends. Yeah, because I don't remember that ever happening or this ever happening. Interesting. Okay. So it's possible, like, I don't even remember some of this. But, like, a big part of this was actually just the Lord Draken stuff, the world of the coinless, how Draken first came about, Tommy's early days with the Rangers after being set free. Wow. It sounds weird, but it's like, just to have that. I have the Lucy's and stuff like that, not all of them, but I have a good bit of them. I have some of the collector covers, you know, second printings and such. But to have that, you know, let me just stand it up proper there so we can all see. To have that does mean a lot, finally. I like these hardcovers, and I want them to keep happening, so yay. I do hate that this sticker is across the back, but it doesn't need to be perfect for me, but that is a really dumb thing to have. But now, the day has ended for me, and I have to clean up, because I told the wife you have to do all the dishes, and I guess laundry. So back to the rest of this video, because this is, you know, this is the way I set myself up. Good job, me. So, go back to the video. If nothing happened, it didn't come today. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get this gigantic box opened. And yeah, it's a little awkward shooting this wide a frame. Normally my camera is sitting on the actual island, but because this is such a big damn box, which by the way, when FedEx dropped this off, I was like, what did I order? Like, I legit think there's only like 3 or 4 items in here. Most of which I believe are action figures. So I'm like, is that one item large enough to justify this big of a box? So we're gonna find out. Oh my. Okay. I gotta be careful here. There's a planter thing like right there. I'm trying not to knock it over with the side of the box. Okay. Yes would be the answer to my question. The one thing is that big. I didn't think about that. Holy. Yeah, okay. Well, I also don't have a choice but to do that thing first. Hold on. Oh, no, I can go around it. All right, so I'll go for the small items first. I do have the latest in Power Rangers Lightning Collection for Lost Galaxy, and it's Lost Galaxy Yellow. And it's one of my first figures that actually comes in the new non-windowed packaging, which I guess Hasbro's going to go back on very, very soon. I don't remember her name, going to be honest. But at least she comes with the big bazooka baton weapon and her compact Quasar Saber, but not the full-size one. This is the major criticism I have about this line in particular. So many other Hasbro lines, they will give you almost every normal, I feel like I'm yelling, sorry, every normal accessory. These Rangers need to come with their Quasar Sabers both in compact and extended mode, period. Should be no question. When they're in Ranger form, Quasar Sabers should be fully extended. Only one has come so far with that, and I believe it was the blue one. Or is it the green one? Green one, I believe, is who we got so far. We got red and green. I don't think we got blue. Or if we did, I already forgot. So basically just waiting on the pink version of that. And I assume they'll do both Kendricks and Astronema, or what her actual name is. So Corone, it was coming to me. The other one is here. Sorry, gotta fish them out from the side. It's the newest Gargoyles figure from NECA, and it is Brooklyn. Not Brooklyn, Broadway, the other one. No joke, I make that mistake a little too often. But yeah, no, it's Broadway, and I feel really dumb. So I shipped Brooklyn. Like the moment I shipped Brooklyn, Broadway came into stock, and then I feel really dumb because both of these are available at my local Target. So sometimes when it comes to NECA, I will pre-order stuff by BBTS, and then if it shows up in store before the pre-order, I'll do that. But actually, I have not been able to get to a thing. But I do love the fact that they have here a marquee from proper Broadway theater, and it says coming soon, Macbeth on Broadway. Macbeth is a Gargoyles character as well, so we do know that. Wow, he does look cool. I've not, even though I found him in person, I didn't want to look at it because I knew this. I already had this. Good God, he's got some gigantic feet. I mean, I know he's a big boy, but he's got some huge feet. He's got a half-eaten turkey leg. I don't know what the hell that is. Literally, it looks like a shrunken hand or something. I have no idea. Comes with the roaring face. He comes with a battle axe and a morning star. That's pretty crazy. And he's got his wings in there. I have already done. He has a popcorn box as well. I don't know what that other thing is. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Hold on, I meant to open it. Is what I meant to do. I can't see anything there, so zoom in on that me in post. So that is what most of the standard cast. Lexington's the only one left, and he's coming very soon. Yeah, so that's Goliath, Hudson, Bronx. Already got that. Got Demona. So I've got everybody but Lexington so far, and then the human characters are coming very soon. Elisa and what's his face, but like, and then there's I don't know if he's going to be an exclusive, but Cold Stone is coming. soon, along with the Steel Clan, which will be fun. So let's just get to the giant in the room here. I might have to go ahead and put the big box on the floor to get this box out. Like no joke, the last time I got a box this big, it had a buttload of statues in it. This one has a statue in it. Ugh. Yeah. So that doesn't help you, I don't think. Let me turn it this way. There we go. Iron Studios He-Man, as I like to say. Sorry, I got to keep adjusting my mic. It keeps flipping on me. Next time I'll tape it to myself. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and do a minor out the box here so that we can actually see. This is, of course, the shipping box that all Iron Studios things come in. So let's see here what the actual box looks like. So this is my first foray outside of the Thundercats, because I have all the Thundercat statues I could ever want. I do have only one other Iron Studios thing coming. Good God, this is big. I should have opened it the other way, because now I can't get it out. I have to birth it. It's so damn big. So, oh my God. It's doing the cardboard suction thing. Then I have no way to pull both sides of the damn thing. And I'm sure some of you are like, do it this way, stupid. I hear you. Actually, I guess the last biggest box that size was the Proton Pack. Just stay right there. Okay, so there we go. Look at that. Look at that damn thing. It's huge. Actually, let's look at the front of it, because the front of it's even cooler. Look at that. This is huge. Okay, so I've got all the Thundercats, good guys, bad guys, all that. Still waiting on a Ghost Jaga to go in the background. So I'm gonna say this. I brought up the concept of doing the mutant to whoever runs the Iron Studios social media. And when they replied, and they're like, well, we didn't have that, but I'll pass it on to the designers. And I was like, since you also have the Thundercats set up the way they are, you need a like kind of larger than life version of Ghost Jaga to go in the back of that diorama set, much like the intro. And it's like, that's actually a pretty good idea. I'll pass that on. So if Iron Studios makes a Ghost Jaga that comes up behind the Thundercats as they are, I'm taking full credit. So the cool thing with this this version of He-Man, as it goes, is he comes with the Castle Gray skull behind it. They have another version of it that doesn't. I wanted this one because it looks freaking cool. But the other thing is, as far as I can tell, this is two statues in one, because you can have him holding the Sword of Power like that, or you can have him to where he's holding it out front, like when he transforms. And I'm going to guess that's an entire torso swap, which is probably why this box is so big, because it basically has to contain two statues in one. And like I said before, I got one more box coming today. I have another box coming tomorrow. Unfortunately, just didn't quite get everything set up, but because my recording schedule is going to be wonky this week, I didn't think I would have time in the next 2 days to film those things. So if they do come in, I will include that footage of the second box that's going to be coming in on Tuesday. I feel like Wilson from Home Improvement right now. I'm just going to do every video like this from now on. Yeah. Howdy, neighbor. And I'll just espouse some philosophies about life. So either way, if the box comes in today, I'll include that in earlier footage. I would have said that already, and it would have been inserted then. But if it comes in tomorrow, I'll include that footage here, because I really want to make this a chore to edit. Okay, it's tomorrow. You can tell because continuity. So I do have this much heavier than I thought box from the Amazon. From the Amazon Prime. And I pre-ordered this guy quite some time ago. And it is, well, another part of the collection. Also, I totally slipped in between accents right there. None of you noticed. Look, I like to pretend that nobody hears the things I say, right? Except for Dormammu. Hi, Dormammu. Got bubble wrap. And I have what is already slightly damaged, unfortunately. A little rub there. It's another hardcover comic, and it is a very heavy Go-Go Power Rangers Book 2. And what'll be really funny is the stuff behind me on the counter is going to change, and the boxes not being here is also going to change. So I'm going to be doing out the boxes on the Patreon for Brooklyn and then this girl here. Which, by the way, why don't they ever put the names? Like, these characters have names. They don't put the names. They just put Yellow Ranger. I was like, if you're just going to put Yellow Ranger without the actual character name, don't give me a human face that looks like the actor and actress, because that annoys me. And more importantly, out the box for big ass He-Man here. I know I'm going to keep saying it that way. Also, this forces me to arrange my shelves differently because this is going on the shelves below the Thundercats. So that'll be fun. And then I don't know if I will dive into any more of these from the He-Man franchise because like they're not built as a set diorama like the others were. They kind of have a diorama unto themselves. I thought about getting Sorceress. There's like a Tila and Orko set that comes together, but like it doesn't match with this, and the sizes are kind of weird and wonky. If they come up with a cool Battle Cat, I'll probably add it to this. I don't think I need any of the other characters. I can live with He-Man and just Battle Cat. There is a crazy looking Skeletor that already exists. That's him on his ridiculous like bone throne. Sounds like something totally different, doesn't it? And then they have a new, more like standing out on a rock version of Skeletor coming. Which, if I had another shelf to do that, like I've got the bad guys, good guys with Thundercats. If I could do that with these, I would probably swing that. But otherwise, no, I'll just stick with He-Man by himself. Or I could do He-Man and Skeletor side by side, which will look weird probably, but it is what it is. I mostly just want to unbox this, and I'm just making excuses. So, like, subscribe, join the Patreon if you want to see out the box reviews, reactions, and all those things, especially when I get Transformers and stuff like that, because you'll see me unboxing them and transforming them for the first time, which I enjoy trying to figure those things out and sharing it with you guys. It'll probably be fun. Also have vlogs that are up there as well, just for normal base level people to enjoy. We also do monthly and weekly Patreon calls where you guys can literally just sit and chat with stuff, or we react to things depending on which channel you're supporting. So if you're interested in any of that, by all means. But also, things like this. I have the Shoky Patreon or Shoky Discord, but I may set up a Patreon Discord as well, like just for patrons to come and hang out. But that'll be like when a lot more people get involved. So yeah, and then also build dogs and stuff like that. I haven't been building anything recently. The last thing would be the audio equipment box. And stuff like that. But I have things I want to do. So like we're gonna. Oh, and then there's the felting of the shelves, which I have to do again very shortly for my next set of statues. So it is what it is. And then actually, depending, I may do it for this setup as well. So, but I'll catch you guys later. Sorry, that's a big box. And the AC finally shuts off as I'm literally letting it go. So remember, as always, get out of my kitchen. Yeah, last time I actually forgot to film a little outro thingy where I'm pretending to clean up and stuff. But like legitimately, I kept all these boxes out of the way from the wifey. Also, I think I've reached a zenith point, as it were. I think I'm gonna have to get a storage thing just for my empty boxes. Yeah. If I can get a garage, I love the fact that I literally can't be seen past the box here. If I can get a garage, I'm talking louder even though I don't have to. Then I'll have a workshop to build stuff, and then I can also store all this crap. But unfortunately, the garage has not come open here at our complex. So I'm gonna open this gigantic thing. Bye, guys.